Hey guys, oh my goodness, I have a very useful episode for you this week. So, if you have been working on manifesting things into your life or creating more abundance, or creating more money, getting a different job, or doing all the things, and you can't seem to get out of your head, or you're saying all the affirmations, but you don't really know what's holding you back. I have found that journaling has been one of the best ways to not only get an understanding, but actually manifest new things into my life super quickly. I used to hate the thought of journaling, and I thought that it was like super boring and something that kids do at summer camp, when they're like talking about what boy they kissed that day. But I never went to summer camp. So yeah, my journaling was never that interesting as a child. Anyway, so that's another story. That's another story for another podcast episode. What I'm going to teach you today is my top 5 ways for journaling for max manifestation. And I actually recorded this live in my paid membership called the Magic Circle. Magic Circle, you can pay $22 a month and get access to live trainings from me where you can come in and interact. You can get replays, all of the basically like all the content I've put in there since I think March of this year, from coming in, having guests, and really in an effort to make you a better manifester and also to give you the mindset tools that you need. So that's pretty fun. And this was recorded in there. Sorry. My cat is literally walking past me on the desk as I'm trying to record this, and Kiki really wants some attention now. Okay. Back to the topic at hand. Here we go. You are going to learn the top 5 ways that I use journaling to pull in the most things that I want to manifest into my life. It is fucking magical. And if you like this episode, then I want to invite you to check out my upcoming abundance program to make you totally fucking abundant. It's called Abundance Alchemy. You are going to learn not only the practical steps around pulling more abundance into your life and calling more abundance. And I don't mean just money. I mean all across the board. Your health, your wealth, your prosperity for the future, your love, relationships, all the things where you're sitting there wondering, like, how the hell can I manage to get past my, blocks, or get past the things that have been holding me back this long and actually start to live a life of abundance and leave the struggle behind. So that's what this is going to be about. And you are also, this is super exciting. This is my super exciting part. I am including Manifestation Queen Academy in this offer. I want you to become not only a master manifester and know all of the ins and outs, how I've used manifestation for my life, but also I want you to understand the energetic principles and to be able to align yourself with your mindset as well as energetically behind your desires so that they manifest more quickly into your life. So you will get access. This is going to be a blend of Manifestation Queen Academy plus new content around abundance alchemy, which is literally taking the energy and turning it into abundance. I used to be really fucking confused around how do you energetically shift yourself and shift your mind and shift your whole whatever around abundance just to achieve different results in your life. This is going to answer that question, and I am going to bring in energetic techniques for you. Everything's energy. Everything is energy, you guys. So when you can master your energy, you can literally create and be and do and have anything. So you're going to get the practical, you're going to get the energetic. It's going to be a blend, a fucking magical blend of all of it. And I want you to reach out to me right now. This program is on a special currently. It's never going to be this price again. It is half price. It's only $555 There are payment plans. You can pay $111 a month for 6 months to get into this program. We are currently on the pre-sale, but like I said, this program is never going to be this price again. There is so much value. You're getting 2 courses for the price of 1, and I'm so fucking excited to bring this to you. Also, if you're listening to this and you're a current client, DM me, you have a special price. If you are a client that has taken Manifestation Queen Academy in the past, you will get a credit towards the price of this program of $333. So DM me for your special link too. With that being said, here you go. Come learn how to journal for max manifestation. This is going to truly open up your mind around the concept of journaling and show you it's actually not that fucking boring after all. It's really cool. So enjoy this episode. I love you so much. If you really loved it, please go leave a 5-star review or rating and on iTunes, or screenshot this. If you're listening on Spotify or iTunes, you can screenshot it. Actually, any other place, I guess you can screenshot it. Tag me on Instagram at @XOCassieMcKenzie so that I can hear what you think of this episode. I absolutely love hearing when you guys have breakthroughs and learn things from the podcast episodes. I absolutely love that. And the more reviews that you guys leave, the more people can find out about my podcast. And that would make me so fucking excited. I just pee my pants. Okay. That being said, here you go. Enjoy your day. I will talk with you soon. Bye. Are you ready for this? Let's do it. Welcome to the Manifestation Queen podcast, your filter-free and uncensored source for all things manifestation. I'm Cassie McKenzie, and I'm a manifestation expert. I'm here to raise your vibes and your cash flow. Listen, I've manifested everything from a beer, a 6-figure salary, my husband, and homes, and more. And I am spilling everything I can on this podcast so you can learn how you can do the same. The more fun I have, the more manifestations appear, and the more money I make. So it's my obsession to show you how you can be, do, and have anything you want. So join the movement to raise your income and your impact on this world. Become a manifestation queen and create a life that feels like a vacation. Let's do the damn thing. I'll be perfectly honest. When I used to think about journaling, it sounded terrible and it sounded boring, and I just wasn't into it. I was very resistant to do it because when am I ever going to sit down and have time to sit and talk about my day, right? But the problem was I was thinking of it more from an aspect of talking to your journal, right? Talking to your diary, dear diary, I had 14 cupcakes today and I don't feel good about myself. No, that's not the journaling that I'm talking about here. What we are talking about here is actually using it in a way to stimulate parts of your brain so that you can manifest more money, more love, more success, more just everything, travel, all the fun things, all the abundance into your life. Okay. So here's my top 5 ways. The number 1 way that I have used journaling is by digging into my resistance. So the best way that I have used journaling in my life and in manifesting things into my life is when I start imagining something that I want to change, or things that I want to bring into my life, then a lot of times these thoughts pop up, a limiting belief might come up, or I might say something like, ooh, I don't know if I feel like doing that. I don't even know if that's possible. And then as soon as I notice myself doing that, a lot of times I'll go to my journal, whether it's physically writing it out, or if I'm on my computer, maybe I'll stop what I'm doing and then just start typing, digging deeper, well, what else is bothering me about this? What else is bothering me about this? What else besides that is bothering me about this? Because what happens is you might have a desire and something that you actually want to, call into your life, and it seems like there's a reason there on the surface, right? It seems like really what what your resistance you're butting up against, but truly it could be something else that's underneath, that's lying so far deep under the surface that, gosh, like without allowing yourself to dig into it, you would never really put two and two together. For example, like I used to have an issue where I like didn't really get along with like parental figures, or maybe I had resistance around things that my mom would tell me, especially growing up, or like I wasn't rebellious at all. I was just kind of like I was a really, really good kid, but I was kind of a smart ass and just sort of like cynical about certain things. And I was actually sitting there with my husband one night and we were talking about something that had just recently happened with his family or with my family. I forget which one it was. And I started thinking back to my childhood and started digging in and being like, well, what else? Like, what could be causing this thought that I'm having, or this like belief about myself that I'm not worthy of, love from them, right? Or that I like have resistance to listening and taking direction from like parental figures. And as I started digging in, I realized that there was like a trust issue that happened, and there was something very specific that happened when I was 7 years old that really explains a lot of the reason why I've been very resistant to people coming in and telling me like unsolicited advice, especially if they're parents. Like I've never really fully had that relationship where people are like, oh my God, I love so and so and so and so, and I've just like, there's been a kind of issue in me where I've had a lot of resistance against allowing that love into my life too. So without digging in and figuring out what was really under the surface, there was no way I would have constantly blamed it on just like a character flaw of myself, right? Of where, oh, well, I just have a hard time taking advice from other people, which totally isn't true. Because if that was true, would I pay thousands of dollars for coaches that call me on my bullshit? No, right? No. So why is it with this little small group of people, right? You know what I mean? So that is, it's amazing to be able to use journaling for that. And it's freeing and it's expansive because you no longer start to blame things on yourself personally. You don't blame things on anybody. You're just starting to dig in and see what's the real issue here? Like what may have happened early on that has created a pattern in me where this is how I respond, and how can now I look at that and change the pattern and react a different way in the future. Okay. Number 2, and Eva has already said that she uses this. So dream journaling, man, this is so much fun. Dream journaling is amazing. It's literally like creating a vision board out of words in your journal. You can do this every single day. Start to imagine what would it be like to wake up in a new reality where everything is going your way and it's everything you've always dreamed of. And the way you use the dream journaling is you write it in the present tense. Write it as if it had just happened and you are experiencing it right now. This alone will help shift your reality because you get to get tied again into your subconscious brain, where you are creating memories in advance in your subconscious that are fulfilling that self-fulfilling prophecy that you desire to see in your life. So this is such a fun process, and it's also like a magical process for you too. It's truly like you literally get to write whatever it is that you want. You literally get to write whatever experience that you feel like having happen in your life. Manifestation 101. You've got to ask, you've got to start believing, you've got to like allow it to come to you. You've got to take that inspired action. And by starting to do the dream journaling, you're literally like tricking your subconscious brain into thinking that it's already done the action. And you are tricking the subconscious brain by changing yourself at the identity level into somebody who has the identity of like already doing the thing, right? As opposed to sitting and being like, oh, well, today I woke up in my 1-bedroom apartment and it was very cramped and I really wish I could have that bigger apartment and have space and a yard. No. The way you would do your dream journaling is, I just woke up in my expansive room in the most luxurious sheets and my room has so many windows. I can see the beautiful day outside and the palm trees out there. I can look into the backyard. I see my pool, areas for the kids to run around and the doggies to run around, like all that, And so you literally start to create a more expansive view in your mind before it's already happened. All right. So basically you can look at the dream journaling as like your to-do list, right? If you're giving the universe a to-do list, that would be it. Like, here's your to manifest list. Okay. All right. So yeah. So I get you, Eva. That's amazing. I know. Resistance. Yeah. So I definitely relate to that. Okay. So also number 3, the third way that I use journaling is for new story creation and becoming new story creation for that version of me that I have to become. All right. Now, if you've taken any of my courses, especially the Money Queen course, then we spent a lot of time writing into existence your new identity, where you leave all of the struggles behind, all of the lack behind, all of the scarcity behind, and you start to align yourself with that version of you that already has what you want, who thinks the way that you want to think, who believes the way that you want to believe, who literally takes actions that you would take if you were, for example, if your goal is to make $100,000 a year and you're currently not making anything, then what actions would you be taking at $100,000 a year? What beliefs would you be having? What thoughts would you be having? What would you have to believe about business? What would you have to believe about how money makes it to you? What would you believe about how easy things or how simple you can keep things, right? At what level would you believe in yourself and believe that you're worthy and deserving of $100,000 if you already were making $100,000 a year? Okay. That's way different than the mentality of someone who's not making anything, or who's just who's in a job that they're not happy with and trying to desperately get out of, right? There's a energy of lack and separation and scarcity versus the energy of abundance and more than enough and I already have it, right? So in order to skip across the pond from one to the other, you've literally got to create the story that you would believe and be living at when and as you've already or a housewife looking for a job, right? So if you're a housewife looking for a job, and think about this, your beliefs, your daily thoughts, your worries and things wouldn't be there if you already had the job, and not just a job, but your dream job, right? So you would start to create thoughts of holy crap, it's mine. Holy shit, I have my dream job. This is great. I'm so excited to wake up every day. I'm so excited to go do work. I can't believe I get paid this much for doing this dream job, right? You would take actions, you would probably go to bed earlier at night or get up earlier or, be researching things about the job that you're doing. I don't know, so that's what I'm talking about. Of the be, do, and have, this is the part of the being. You're creating that way of being that you would have at that next level, right? And that's what that's about. I use that dream journaling so when I take myself through the process of, for example, an area of life that I haven't, been happy with, right? Or one where I was struggling was, like, for instance, a while ago when I was struggling to make money in my business, I was living out this scenario month after month where it was hard to make money, where it was like, it was so much easier in corporate to make money. It's so hard to make money in my business. Like, these were the beliefs that I had. And so the thoughts that I had were just a recurring toilet bowl of bullshit over and over that was just creating more bullshit for me, right? So the way I had to like quantum leap into literally like success over the course of 1 month, it changed everything. But it was from writing in this journal what my new identity was, right? What it had to be. And saying that I fill out programs so easy, that people who I've hired hire me to help them, that it's so easy to make money in my business, that it's never been easier, that the more fun I have, the more money I make, the more like I have fun with my kids, the more I play, the more money I make, right? So all of these things, when I speak from my soul, I'm able to connect with people. Like, I show up and I serve at a huge level, and I absolutely love doing that, right? Okay, so that new story was what shifted everything for me. And it's because your mind, you can change the people you hang out with. You can change the things you watch on TV. You can change the house you live in. You can move across the country. But if you haven't changed yourself at the identity level from somebody struggling to somebody having effortless success, then the two are never going to meet, or it's going to take a long ass fucking time for them to meet. And who wants to wait? Like, time is one of the resources that you can't get back. So my advice is to start creating a new story to live out. Okay. Number 4 top way to use journaling is to brain dump all my negativity. Okay. So those days where you wake up and things start going wrong, and then maybe you're just like tired, or you start to get a headache and your eyes hurt and you're just like, oh my God, make it fucking stop. You start to feel bad. Maybe you start to get anxiety, all this. Whew. It is it's the toilet bowl swirly of thoughts that just keep going on and on and on and on and on in this revolving door of shit it's going to keep going unless you swing open the door and allow it all to just dump out onto the street, right? So I use my journal. If I'm feeling like shit about something, I will take the pen out and I will start saying all of the things that I believe about, like, right, or I think, or I'm pretending to believe, right? Usually it's, I'm not good enough. This will never work. I don't understand why I even think that this is even going to work, because how could it? It hasn't worked before, so why would it work right now? And blah, 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 blah. There's like all these things that you can come up with, all these lies you're telling yourself, all of these limiting thoughts and limiting beliefs that who am I to do that? I've never done that before. They have it already, so that means I can't have it. Like, all of these things that you've probably thought at one time or another. And during these tough times, they just get magnified, right? So they're only going to keep going around in your mind over and over and over again, telling you how shit you are. And the faster to get out of this, I am not saying that this is never going to happen for you, because it absolutely happens to everybody. We're human. We all have bad days, right? The difference is, how long do you stay into that bad day? How long do you stay in the struggle? Because staying in the struggle longer than you need to is not going to help you, right? It's not going to help anything. The way to get out of it is to basically cut that pattern, cut the snake off, right? Snake's head off. The way I do that is I get my pen out and I start to brain dump all this shit out into the paper. And then when I'm done and I feel like I've allowed it all to come out, sort of like throwing up after you've been drinking too much one night, right? Where you're like 25 years old and you've gone and had too many Red Bull vodkas back in like the early 2000s, and then you throw up and you're like, what was I thinking? Well, that's what you were thinking, right? And then you probably go and you eat better food. You drink some water. You supply yourself. You tell yourself, I'm never going to do that again. I'm not going there. Not even going there. I'm going to feel good and I'm going to enjoy myself. To me, that's a lot how the limiting belief process works, right? You verbal vomit it all out, and then you say, is this helpful for me? Are these things that I want to actually continue to believe? Are these things that are going to help me if I continue down with this pattern of behavior? Is this going to make me feel good? Is this true? Is this even my thoughts that have come out? Like, is this my story or something that somebody else has told me, right? Most of the time, if it's not helpful for you, you just choose a different way of believing. Choose a different thought. Choose one that's going to help you get to your goal, okay? So get the negativity out, and it's perfectly fine to get it out on paper, because what you're going to do next is you're going to fill that space with like positive, more positive and more empowering thoughts, more helpful thoughts that are going to get you to your destination, that are in line with your destination, okay? That is how I use that process. And it is so powerful because it allows you, like, it's these people who are like, just be positive, just be positive. No, you don't just fucking be positive. Okay. You've got to let it out. You've got to give space for this to get out of your body and get out of your mind, and then choose a new way to think instead. Like, that's the only way that I can see that you really shift your way of being and thinking, okay? All right, and then the fifth way is gratitude / abundance / forgiveness lists and letters, okay? So I put this all in the same category because they're like the same kind of theory and process, right? So I'll use it a lot to create, when I notice that I'm being like a whiny little bitchy 4-year-old, I'll be like, oh, sounds like somebody isn't being that grateful for what she already has. Like, I'm being a little bit of like a Veruca Salt right now. So what I'm going to do instead is write a list of all the things I'm grateful for. All the things, not only the things I'm grateful for, but slip in a few things that you want to happen for you in the meantime too, right? Like, I'm grateful for my computer that works. I'm grateful I'm able to come on a live stream. I'm grateful I have a pen, and actually a lot of pens because I ordered them on Amazon. There's an abundance of pens now. I've got all these places to write. I've got food and air conditioning, and this is amazing. And I've also got new clients coming. I've got a one-on-one client today that I'm talking to. I've got more clients ready to sign. I've got a new course that's coming out, and I'm so excited about that. You know, I'm so grateful that we saw my parents this weekend and made it there and back safely. And I'm grateful for these ideas for my new abundance program that's coming out. Like, these are all things that you want to start adding. You can make a list of all the reasons. If you're feeling like you're diving into like more scarcity and thoughts of lack, of like, oh, the money's going to run out, or, oh, I'm running out of time, or I never have enough of this, or I never have enough of that, then I want you to start making lists for abundance. Like, write down all the reasons why you're abundant, all of the proof that's out there right in front of you that you live in an abundant universe. And then finally, forgiveness. You can go through and do the forgiveness techniques, okay? Like, there might be times where you notice you're not giving yourself enough credit, and you're not being, giving yourself enough grace and allowing yourself space to grow and heal, and you're maybe being hard on yourself and giving yourself a lot of pressure. So you might start to notice that it's just draining you. And really, an easy way to let go of a lot of that negative energy is to write yourself a forgiveness letter. Like, I forgive myself for judging myself for not being further along by now. Or I forgive myself for judging myself for needing to be healed. Or forgive myself for judging myself for, acting this way to my parents or whatever. You know what I mean? Or I forgive my parents for fighting in front of me constantly. I forgive, like, I'm just going off the example that you gave earlier. Like, I forgive my parents for this. I forgive my brothers and sisters for this. I forgive all these people that hurt me for blah, 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 blah. And start writing a list of all the things that are like truly like hitting hard on you that you really need to forgive to move on. Because by not forgiving and not moving past it, you're truly holding on to energy that you could be using to bring in a lot more abundance to you. And like allowing that to go and get out of your body is another way of healing and just getting it out. Okay. There's also a Ho'oponopono technique that I've learned, which is like, thank you, I love you. I'm gonna have to look it up. Wait, what is it? It's thank you, I love you, I'm sorry, and something else. I gotta study that one. We learned it in my NLP training, but it's basically, I forgive you. I think that was it. It's a forgiveness technique that allows you to like acknowledge the situation, acknowledge that you still love the person, and you still love yourself. Like you're thanking that situation or that person for reminding you about what's really, really important and reminding you about what you do want to happen instead, and just like basically cutting the tie and moving on. And that's so powerful because it's really letting go of things that you don't have any business holding on to anymore. So, okay. So you can do that in the form of lists, like gratitude lists and abundance lists. And then also for the forgiveness one though, what I would do is I would write it all out. Write out all the things that you need to forgive yourself and others for, and then take it outside and light it on fire and watch it go away. Say a prayer and be like, thank you so much. Now I'm going to go in and focus on what I want instead. I did this one time, actually one of the first times I did this, I felt like so much energy open up, like so much shifted for me that I was like addicted to it. I'm like, oh my God, this feels so good. So that's what I want for you too. All right. So that was been my top 5 ways to use journaling to manifest more of everything abundance into your life. More happiness, more joy, more health, more love, more money, more prosperity, more everything. Okay. And also I want to mention, coming up in 2 weeks, I had planned to run the Manifestation Queen Academy again at the end of this month, but actually I'm shifting things a little bit. What I'm really being called to do is offer a course on abundance and how to create total fucking abundance into your life. So this is going to be an abundance alchemy program, which is going to show you how to use your own energy, use the energy of abundance, call it into your life, how to live an abundant life, how to use the process of manifestation to create more abundance into your life. This course is actually going to include the Manifestation Queen Academy in it. So like the recordings from the last round are going to be included in this course. I don't know if I'm going to do that in the next round or if I'm just going to create like new content around manifestation, but that's what I'm trying out for this round, which I'm so excited. So you basically are getting 2 courses for the price of 1, and anybody who's been in Manifestation Queen Academy in the past gets $333 towards the price of this course. So if you're a current client, you get a special rate in addition to that. Otherwise, it is going to be $555 or 6 payments of $111 right now in pre-sale, because this course is going to teach you how to pull in so much abundance and really use a lot of energy, the energy of abundance, the energy of joy, feeling so much better about, never get tired of hearing how to do it well. Like truly feeling worthy, truly understanding how to surrender, truly understanding how to bring in that energy of joy and happiness and fulfillment and worthiness, and mix that with desire so that you are on that same energetic frequency. So even though it says I did it, how much will it be for me? So for you, it would be $222. That's all. Because you've been in Manifestation Queen Academy, and right now it's $555. So it would be it would be $222 or 2 payments of $111. So, and again, this is going to include the Manifestation Queen Academy recordings plus the new content around abundance, energy, literally shifting yourself into that energy abundance. Because I see Manifestation Queen Academy teaches you the basics around manifestation, how it works. It didn't include as much about the energy of it. So if everything's energy, this is where the magic happens. So I'm so excited about this. We're going to be starting at the end of this month. This is going to be so next level. It's really what my heart is calling me to do. And I'm very excited about it. Like, I'm so pumped. So message me if you guys have any questions. Yes, see abundance for sure. I'm so excited. Okay. I love you so much. And this is my mission. Yes, Money Queen works. Yes. So we're going to be even taking it another step. We're going to be doing other, even more energetic, energy techniques, even more than we did in Money Queen, because those ones work so well with the cord cutting and the the spinning technique that I learned. But yeah, so we're going to be doing even more. Yay, I love you too. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, so message me if you guys have any questions for the link. And yeah, I'm actually going to be taking it to like a whole new level. That's going to be so much fun. I'm so excited. Yeah. Okay, I love you guys so much. I hope this was helpful. This is definitely not your mama's Dear Diary program, that's for sure, and learning how to use journaling. So I'm excited to be able to bring this to you too. All right, guys, I love you. I will talk with you soon. Thank you so much for being on here live and on the replay, and I will be seeing you very soon. All right, bye. Oh, also I want to say before I hop off, I just did a vision board training in the Manifestation Queens too, to teach you how to do a vision board that actually manifests. So go check that out as well. All right. I love you. See you soon. Bye. Thanks a million for choosing to push play on another episode of the Manifestation Queen podcast. You truly amazed me. And if this episode blew your mind, then please leave a 5-star rating and a quick review on iTunes so more people like you can become Manifestation Queens too. See you next time.